Well, welcome everybody to our final match of the day. Here on court number 1, Lauderdale Tennis Club, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is the men's open finals. Bobby Odor and Chris Chappel versus Ron Heron and Jim Ward. Chappel Odor seeded number 4 in this match. Heron and Ward seeded number 5 in this match. Gonna have some guests commentating for you. Looks like the players have finished warming up. We'll be getting started shortly. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys. I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Banging in my ear.
My name is Vincent Salazar,
Raul Mendez
Vincent Salazar, aka Mary Jo Fernandez.
and Mary Carrillo.
And play is about to start. Play.
So, Vincent, what is the key here for Bobby and Chris?
Well, definitely is really making Jim and his partner play out the points. They're definitely, Jim and his partner are very experienced. They play a lot of doubles together, especially playing in the Fort Lauderdale Tennis Center. So they do hold that edge. Bobby and Chris definitely have nothing to lose, so they should just go for their shots.
Okay, and what about Jim and his partner?
Well, Jim and his partner just have to play their game. I mean, they've been playing this long enough to know, what their game is. They've been playing together long enough to understand each other's game. So I think they just have to go out there, play their game, and don't do anything out of the ordinary.
Go ahead and identify who's who on the court for those who don't know.
Well, Chris Chappel and Bobby Odor are the team with the gray and blue shirts. Bobby Odor has the gray Houston shirt, and Chris Chappel has the blue shirts that says "Pain, No Gain." And Jim Ward and his partner, Jim has the blue shirts. They are at the serving team, and his partner has the red shirt. I am not quite sure his partner's name is. I'm sorry.
Ron Heron.
Ron Heron, and I should know because they beat us. They killed us a round ago.
So, Vincent, what did they do to beat you guys in the round before?
Well, what you're seeing right now, they basically did a lot of the serve and volley. They're always at the net. They're very aggressive, so they keep you on the defense right from the beginning. We really, well, in our case, we didn't use it effectively enough, but Bobby and Chris have to concentrate on really doing a lot of passing and making them play the point, making them play that first volley. And I believe Jim Ward and his partner have held serve, no?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So how do you guys think the tournament went this year?
It was some very good matches, very interesting matches. I enjoyed watching this year. This is my first year just watching as a spectator. I'm usually in the middle of things.
Right, Raul probably would be in the final right now since he's always in every final. It seems.
Yeah, but I've seen some pretty good matches from every division, not just one. Every division was a battle.
Yeah, it seems like there have been a lot of matches this year that went to that tiebreak, that 10-point tiebreak. So Chris Chappel is serving. He has a very tough lefty first serve spin. Kicks very high.
Very nice.
It's a good volley from Chris. Yeah, Chris and Bobby just have to go out there and play. I know that Jim and Ron have had pretty easy matches with the exception of the semi they just played. They've pretty much been crushing most of the teams. Again, with that serve and volley style. That's a good shot.
Very nice.
That's a good first serve from Chris. He has a very, very tough first serve. It's hard to read. Here's the net.
I'll write it for you. Is that my handwriting? Yeah, you can't read my handwriting.
Again, another tough serve from Chris. He definitely uses that lefty spin very effectively. Great shot. Jim has great hands at the net. Especially those half volleys. He knows exactly where to place them. For our SAP viewers.
Exactly.
We have bilingual. So Chris has held serve and it's 1-all. Jim Ward now serving. We couldn't have asked for better weather this week, and I mean there's been no humidity at all, which is rare. At this state in May, there's been no humidity. It's a little windy, that I will say. It's been a little breezy, but definitely it's been great weather.
Yeah, just the wind gust. That's probably the only thing.
Unfortunately, the wind gust can be the worst thing I guess you can have. But all things considered, it hasn't been as hot as it could be.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And joining me to commentate is Gustavo Parra.
Hello.
Venezuela.
No, Miss Chocosuela.
Again, Jim and Ron have great hands. There you see again the classic serve and volley style that Jim and Ron possess, which many teams in really in any level they really don't do. I guess a lot of people consider it more of an old school type of tennis, but it's very effective, especially if you're not used to seeing it on the other side. It's a great shot from Jim.
Great volley down the line.
Jim has great
hands. And we do see this type of play a lot with TJ and Clint.
Well, that's right. There's another team, TJ and Clint, but again, they play that old school tennis that you don't see, which is why they're so effective. Yeah, we see a miss there by Bobby, and Jim Ward holds serve. Again, this year, Ryan Love has done a great job organizing this tournament. He does it every year. Fortunately, this is technically his last tournament, so the SFTC and the GLT will definitely miss him. He's done a good job with the CCC and with this Spring Fling tournament.
For the past 3 years?
Been 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. All 3 years that we broadcast.
Yeah,
he's been the
he's
tournament
been great.
director.
But he's
He
definitely
puts
time.
A lot of effort. He puts a lot of effort on it, and
He really does.
Get the credit that he deserves.
Yeah, he definitely puts. Unfortunately, that'll always happen. But he puts a lot of effort. It's a lot of time. These positions they're not. You don't get paid for, so it's definitely voluntary.
No,
and besides your normal job, you have to, it's a lot of responsibility. So kudos to Ryan.
Do we know who's taking over?
We don't know yet. We will be having an election in the next, I believe, month, and there'll be a new board set in place.
It's going to be an interesting election because it's going to be
it's going to be a lot of newbies.
It's going to be a lot of comparisons from all the stuff that he's done the past 3 years.
Okay, now Robert to serve.
No, Bobby's serving.
Oh, yeah.
It's the margarita, people. It's the margarita.
No, I've known him for so long. I know that he goes from Robert in the professional setting, and then Bobby, since I've known him over 10 years at this point. Still a mess. Just kidding, Bobby. Just kidding, Bobby. Good serve from Bobby.
Since I've seen Bobby play, he's been improving a lot.
Bobby has improved a lot, especially on his serve. And
that's what, 2 years?
Yeah, in the last 2 years, he has a good kick on it. I know he's been working a lot, and I sometimes think his second serve is actually more effective than his first because it has a lot of kick to it.
It doesn't have pace, but it does have a lot of kick on it.
It does.
When did Bobby move up to open? He said he was surprised that he's even in open.
Well, yeah, he's moved in. I would say probably within the last 6 months. It's really when he's made the move, and he's just gotten better and better. He really has, and he's been working on it a lot. He's
been doing well in 8 tournaments too, right?
A lot of tournaments. He's also been, getting a lot of direction from his coach, Mike Bennett. Chris, on the other hand, has been playing since he was a kid in Tampa, so he knows the game pretty well. If I'm not mistaken, coached by Clint Lyons.
Really?
Yes, that was his high school coach, if I'm not mistaken.
No way.
Yes. I believe. So don't quote me on that, but that's my understanding.
So he's just a natural then.
Yeah.
Great defending loves from both.
Yeah,
of them, but
that's definitely a miss by Chris, though.
Chris is probably the youngest guy out here on the court.
we have here are Bob Sorenko joining Telemundo.
Oh, yeah, that's right, a fellow tennis player who's now become a softball player.
Ex-tennis player.
Ex-tennis player. Yes, to follow up on that, Chris is definitely the youngest player here. He would love to hear that.
Sure, he don't get that very often.
And Bobby would hate to hear that he's one of the oldest players. But yeah, Chris is in his late 30s, I believe. Early 30s if you look at his online profiles.
Are you being messy?
Chris and I go way back.
I think everybody knows that.
Oh, anyways.
That's a great return. Great on the line.
That was deep. That was a good deep return.
So they are serving 3-1. Is that correct?
Yes, it is 3-1. They just broke.
Oh my God, you're keeping scores by yourself. Right on point. That's great.
Shut up.
Great serve.
I'm gonna get some high jumpers so we can see what this level.
We definitely want to thank also the CCE Sports Network. They've been so great as far as covering our events here, especially in Fort Lauderdale. They're always here covering a lot of our matches, and that we definitely do appreciate that a lot. That they're always here and they're always supportive of our events. And we hope that they continue working with the GLTA and the SFTC on these events in the future.
We will. I'm not going anywhere.
Good, good. We're glad to hear that. And I know you guys have been doing a lot of other events, which we've been seeing. I've been getting emails as well, and I've actually been logging on to some of the other events, and
Awesome.
it's great to see, the other events you guys do stream.
Yep, now we just got to work on getting a bigger crew so I can stop doing this all by myself, and we'll be all right. Get a few more dollars in sponsorship, and then I'll be happy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, great pickup from Jim. And it's that serve and volley game. You see Ron serves and he's at the net immediately. It really puts you on the defense right from the get-go.
But notice, even if you try to lob him, they're still in a
Yeah,
good
they're in a
position that they
great
can go back
position.
and get to it.
Yeah, Bobby
Bobby
definitely he needs to swing a little more on this side. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's against the wind on this side.
And he's trying to put too much spin on it.
Right.
Just trying to keep the ball in. He just have to flatten out the ball a little bit because, yes, he has to fight the wind.
Yeah, if he's against the wind, definitely, Gus. You're right. He has to go flatter. Great hands again from Jim and Ron. And they hold for a 4-1 lead. As we go into the changeover, Gus and I would like to say
Baba
Baba
Booey
Booey.
to you all. You know you have to drop that Baba Booey bomb somewhere.
That's right. Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. We're both big Howard Stern fans. Now, do you have any other upcoming events for CCE Sports?
So in July, we'll be in Columbus, Ohio for the Columbus Classic.
Oh, great.
September, we'll be in D.C. for
Cap Classic.
Cap Classic.
It's a great event as well.
Hopefully, we'll be doing basketball in Dallas for the Dallas Basketball Classic.
Oh, great.
And then we're trying to get the Gay Bowl Flag Football Championship that's in San Diego.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. That's right. A lot of some of the tennis players are also do also the flag football.
Yeah, we haven't gotten flag football yet. We're trying our hardest to get them on board.
Really?
We're going to try again to get Gay Bowl.
Yeah.
It's
So
tough
if you-
trying to get those the sponsors for
Yeah. If you guys are listening, or you know somebody who knows somebody, CCE Sports is the place to be. Great lob.
a great defending lob back.
Yes. Against the sun. Great
Great
shot.
point.
Bobby
Great defending lobs
you
from both
definitely, Bobby,
both
that
sides of
last
the court.
point could have put that away though. But they're so tough. I mean, Jim and Ron just get everything back.
And it's the kind of team that, I mean, you cannot even hit through them. You have to literally go over them. That was a close call.
Close call.
Serve was out, but they kept the ball in play. Actually, I think I see the line from here.
Yeah, it
That's the
definitely
mark
could.
right over
It
there. You
definitely
can see the
could.
mark, yes.
Oh, you think? Maybe I'm looking at the other. I see. I see it a little out.
And we know you're kind of blind, so.
I am. Oh.
Chris going for the kill on that shot.
You know, that is it's a
his
good
MO.
shot. It's a good shot though. It's a good tennis shot. Doubles.
Go for Perk, right?
And yeah, Chris has that big forehand.
But he can also put a lot of spin on that shot
Yes,
too.
it has a lot of spin. Believe me, I know. I hate it. Great,
Good hands.
great volley from
Good hands
Bobby.
from Bobby.
Great volley from Bobby. And that's where I think he's really improved. This is volleying.
This is gonna be for them to serve well and take advantage of
And
those
be
easy
aggressive.
balls.
Yeah, when you get
aggressive
that
at the net.
those floaters, you got to put them away. The longer the point goes, I think it affects Bobby and Chris. They want points shorter.
And that's a good hold.
And Chris holds again, actually. Yes.
They hold wow. They're down 4-2.
They're down. They're only down a break, so it's still early. Great volley, great stab volley.
It's a great return
from
too.
Ron.
He really took
Yeah.
him out.
It is starting to get a little toasty.
A little. I'm gonna need
Half
to-
my legs in the sun, so I'm gonna have a really crazy tan tomorrow.
Yeah, we know that you don't need a tan.
No, I don't. Great overhead. Yeah, a good play right now, because the sun is so bright, is probably to go high on those shots, especially when you're on the defense. Oh, that serve had a
That was
good kick.
yeah.
Good kick.
Has a lot of junk on it going out.
Yeah. Those are the tough ones.
That was great backhand from Chris.
Oh, was that in?
Oh, that was so
was
in.
in?
That was it was right in the corner.
Okay. That's how that's been.
Mhm.
That is
Great
a
hands
great,
from Chris.
great volley from Chris. Great hands.
It's a good serve with a good return and a great volley to finish the ball.
Chris has definitely picked up his play from the semi earlier today. I know he was struggling in that semifinal match.
Against you, correct?
Yes, thanks, guys. But we
I
unfortunately
understand that
still.
you had some
Yeah.
issues with your partner.
No, I was the one with the issues.
Oh. So you went going to the Salazar way.
Yeah, I did not play well today, but all credit to Chris and Bobby. They played good in the important points, and we lost in a tiebreak, unfortunately. And Ron and Jim hold serve for a 5-2 lead.
You know, I've noticed that this is the first time that I've seen this tournament, or even on the CCC, that it's been this windy.
It's very well. Miami can give it a run because Miami can.
Well,
be
Miami,
windy.
it's you know, it's on right next to the water,
It's,
so
it's
you
literally
expect
on
it.
an island, really, that you're playing.
But here, it's been
It is very windy. You're right.
weekend.
Very, very windy.
What's the next tournament you guys are going to play in?
We're debating on maybe
Barcelona is what
we're
the
looking at
talk is.
Barcelona
Yeah.
at the end of August. Is it end of August?
Yeah, I believe so. There's a big group of us here in Fort Lauderdale that are thinking about all going at the same time.
Oh, sweet.
And some are probably doing Barcelona and Milan while they're there. But yeah, I think that's the next one. But as far as local tournaments, I guess the next big tournament coming up here in Florida would be the Sunshine Florida Cup.
Florida Cup. Well, you have the Sunshine Cup,
Cup
Florida
and
Cup,
Florida
and then you
Cup,
have
yes.
Tampa in November.
In Tampa in November, correct.
Yeah, we've never done the Tampa tournament, unfortunately.
Tampa is a lot of fun.
Yes. It's a great facility.
I think that's what makes it great. The facility they have is amazing. Amazing facility.
We need to get the Tampa people to bring you over there.
I don't even know who the folks are over there. I think I've reached out to them a couple of years ago, but
Yeah,
I haven't heard from them.
It's a fun tournament. People are great. It's run by a great tournament director down there. And I gotta say, usually when we go here from Fort Lauderdale in a big group, and we have a lot of fun over there. There's that kick serve from Bobby that I was talking about. You know, it's deceptive. It might not seem like it's going that fast, but once
it bounces,
it takes off.
And the rule when you have a one-hander, go
It's
high
tough.
to the backhand.
Absolutely. I got caught in that kick serve this earlier today, especially with this wind on the backhand. Great volley.
I was like,
Ooh.
that was out.
Just out, but good attempt.
They're definitely fighting for every point.
They really are. They're putting up a fight.
Clipping the net twice.
Yeah.
I think he may just have to move a little bit more towards the
Yeah, I
net to
think
get
so.
those balls because they're coming low.
As I look around the facility, there's a lot of finals that are starting to start. Besides, obviously, this Open final.
We have an A final.
We have an A
two.
final, then we also have a B final and a C final, I believe.
2-4.
2-5. Again, another good kick serve from Bobby. Yeah, I definitely think that the kick serve is probably effective against both of them, because they do have, you're right, Gus, that one-handed back.
As you can see, as the course starts to dry up a little bit more, it's going to jump up even more.
So I have a question for you guys. Do you like to play early morning on the course, or do you prefer to play when they've dried out?
On a clay court early.
Early morning.
Because you get at least as much of a true bounce as you're going to get on a clay court. It's not obviously going to be a true bounce like a hard court, but
The matches that we had yesterday at 4 o'clock, the courts were so dry
it was
that
tough.
you can barely keep your...
It was tough. By 4 o'clock, you're right. Those, at least Arthur. I don't know about you guys, but Arthur match was. I mean, we couldn't really read a ball at all. They were bouncing everywhere.
Well, and because the courts were so dry, as you all know, I have issues with my movement coming back from a torn ACL surgery last year. So you have to be a little careful while you're running or doing anything. And
Well,
even
Gus, I'm not
yesterday-
sure. I'm not sure everybody knows, because not everybody knows you, but I kid.
Anyways. And this is what I'm supposed to call my best friend.
I love
But
giving
yes,
him
when
a
you're
hard
coming
time.
back from an injury and you have a dry court,
Yeah.
you hesitate on your movement, and it's not easy.
See, that shot there again is a smart shot, and Bobby, I believe, has just held serve, so it is correct. I'm sorry.
It's the second set. The beginning of the second set.
I apologize. It is the second set. That chip return Chris has is so effective on a serve and volley. He used that a
Because
lot.
it just dies. The
He
ball
u-
dies as soon as he bounces.
Yes, he used
And if you're trying to hit it back, it's going to have so much junk on it, it's just going to bounce right down.
correct. Like I said, we just played him about an hour ago, and we just finished about an hour ago, and he used that so effectively against us when we're serving and volleying, because it just dies at your feet as you're running in. And
That was
is
a
one
great
good shot.
serve and a great return from Bobby.
Great return. I'm telling you, he's getting much better. He wanted me to say positive things on the air, by the way. So I'm being as nice as
So talk about his hair then.
he made sure.
Yeah, notice in Run and Jam, they put a lot of spin on the ball, and now when they're serving with the wind,
Yeah. Well, they're very smart.
Yes,
They're
they are.
Very, very smart.
Yes, they are. Yeah, you can definitely not leave those short balls at the net because they're going to put it away.
Yeah, they're not going to miss. And all credit to Ron and Jim. They just came from a very, very tough semifinal match against Travis Johnson and Rob Felt.
Yeah,
and
what was the score in that match?
They actually went 3 sets in that semi and won it in a tiebreak.
Wow.
Won it in a close tiebreak. Actually, both semifinals were decided by a tiebreak.
Yeah, the common denominator in the tournament, it's been
tie
everybody
breaks.
that is losing tied on the Thursday tiebreak.
Tie breaks. They're both coming from wins and tie breaks.
And all of the tiebreaks so far, I think,
The tie breaks have been
they're all gone the
close.
distance.
Yes, they have. Actually, both of these open semifinal tie breaks went the distance. I believe one was 10-8, the other one was 11-9. I believe.
And the stamina for most of these players have been pretty good for
Yeah,
going into the third
absolutely.
set. Most of the people are just drained by the time that
Well,
second hour.
I think the weather has been very good. I mean, it's been hot, but it's been windy, so that kind of...
There's no humidity, and I think the humidity is what
no
sucks
humidity
you.
at all.
What sucks the liquids out of you.
That came out totally
That
wrong.
came out, I'm so sorry. I just realized what I just said. I mean sweat. I just realized what I said. Sorry about that.
We know your mind's in the gutter, Vince. Don't worry about it.
I've had a long night of drinking. Sorry.
Among other things,
Yeah.
in regards to cleanups.
Man, I'm so bored.
We do have to say thanks to the Salazar Manor
Thank you very much.
for a great little banquet last night. Great food, great
Thank
drinks.
you. Yes, my partner and I, Andrew and I, were very happy to host the player banquet party last night.
Looks like we're missing a ball.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when you get a lot of courts together, that happens all the time. Oh, I don't know about you, Gus, but it's getting hot, isn't it?
It is getting hot.
I'm like, wow, I'm starting to sweat.
I think one of the things that we need to get Xavier here is the fan.
A spritzer,
We're
so that our skin looks flawless and mist.
on a very nice cold cocktail.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm having my
I had
cocktail
enough
right now.
from last night. So
I have
don't think I can
have a
keep
cold
my-
margarita with me right now.
And I still have a 3-hour drive to go back home to Orlando, so
that's
no
right.
more drinking
You
for
have a
me
long
for the
drive.
weekend.
So Chris is now about to serve.
All right, 15 left.
Great left to serve, out wide.
And if you noticed, Ron was trying to run him. See.
A little bit of a shank, but effective nonetheless.
We pay for the whole racket, so
Yes.
any little part one.
Yes. It's like great serve.
Great
great
serve
put away
again.
from Bob. And we are 1-0, second set.
It is 1-all second set.
I think this might be a better second set since they have more an expectation of what's gonna come back from the net.
Yeah, because Chris and Jim had never played. I'm sorry, Chris and Bobby had never played Jim and Ron. And again, because of that serve and volley game that you're not really used to, it's that first set's always rough because you don't know what's coming. The second set, you might settle in a bit. And if there are any nerves because it's a final, you usually.
True. Is this the first time that Bobby and Chris play together?
Oh no, they've been playing together for a while now, actually.
But this is the first final together.
Together, yes, yeah, first open final. Great volley, great put away volley from Ron. And as I'm looking across the court, another final is about to begin, and I believe it's Todd Brown and Matt Lane versus Steve Martinez and Mike Gula. Should be another great final.
Just out on that serve. That was a great serve. Ace. Great serve.
Awards?
Yes, please. It's your farewell tournament.
Come on, Ryan.
Well, thank you everybody for coming out and participating this year and in the CCC the past few years. We appreciate everybody coming out to either play or support the events, and we hope you'll come back again next year.
Thank you, Ryan. Like I said earlier today, and if you want to go back to this footage and listen, you've done a really great job for the last year, a few years, 3 years, as CCC director and the Spring Fling director as well. So you will be missed from many players in the GLTA and the SFTC. Great volley exchange right there. That's what makes, I think, doubles, in my opinion, at least more interesting to watch than singles. The points.
I thought so too, but I when I got up, I wasn't looking.
Chris with a great return shot.
That is a good play. Great backhand volley from Jeff.
Bobby. The score.
We're not going crazy. We're trying to get a correction on the score.
Yeah, that was a failed attempt at a lob from Chris.
I think he probably should have kept hitting that forehand down the middle.
You know, I think that's a good play from Chris. When he gets that forehand chance to go straight at the net players, I think is good. It's a smart play. Just out. So Ron holds serve. And it is 2-1. Ron and Jim Ward. So, ¿sí o no?
No sé.
¿Hicieron el chicken? Is the mic hot? Oh, yes. I'll talk to you later, Gus. Oh, that's it. Oof.
That ball was.
I'm not sure if he caught
From
it.
here, it looked out,
Here it
but I
looked
think
out,
they
but
looked
I'm not
in. I
quite
think they're gonna
sure.
call it in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. It was wide. It did look wide from here. That lefty body spin is tough to get out of the way.
He does put a lot on it.
He puts
a lot of kick on that serve.
Oh, yes.
Just
there was
out.
a chance right there.
Yeah, but definitely they started the second set more confident on their
Yeah,
game, so
definitely.
it's getting better rallies.
They know what to expect now.
Exactly.
So they're definitely playing more alert.
I believe the score is 35.
Yes. That's a good.
Great
good
put
one.
away by Bobby.
Yeah, good one too. And to our
Huh?
viewers
No.
in Spanish, we want to welcome everybody. Saludos a todo el mundo que están mirando aquí el CCE. Yo aquí con Gustavo Para. Saludos a Venezuela, Ecuador.
Y para todo el mundo.
Y para todos los latinos. I'm not sure if Mary Jo and Mary Carrillo do the Spanish, but we should.
You'd be the one to know that, 'cause I don't.
Falta de Jim Ward. Segundo saque. Ah, tremenda volea de Ron. Buen tiro, buen tiro. 15-0.
A lot of people are going to start asking subtitles, please. Closed caption.
Yeah.
It's a great save from Bobby. Ah, frame.
Qué pena, porque era un gran punto, ¿no? Oh, I'm sorry, we're not commenting in Spanish anymore.
We're done with Univision.
Well, just want to let our viewers know there's more words than just Poppy. If I hear Poppy one more time.
Or Pa.
Or Pa. P-A. Just... Great one.
That serve also on the return. So we are on serve. 2-3.
4-3. We were behind the game.
Oh.
Yeah, keep shifting it just a little. It's driving me crazy. You're watching live coverage of the Men's Open Finals here at Spring Fling 2015. Bobby Odor serving.
return. Great volley from Chris.
Great ball. Chappel. They pronounce his last name so many ways. Someone wants to even call him Chappy.
Great serve.
Bobby.
Guess I heard one of your bad
Try to-
comments and was
try
trying
to
to kill
kill
the
the-
ball.
Listen, I've been really nice to both of you. Yes, that one. They are so worried about what I'm going to say.
The ball came flying towards the production area, so that's why we're saying that in our little corner over here by court 1.
In a little booth above center court.
Exactly.
Great love from Bobby.
I think that is a smart play. The wind, the sun, I think the lob is a smart play.
And the wind is going to help the ball stay in a little bit more, serving to that side.
I guess if there's one weakness Jim might have is the going back to his weakness at this point. Here, I mean, you got to get to the man in very good shape.
Do I see a crack a little bit in Jim and Ron? A little crack in the gameplay here?
I believe so. I
So-
do think he's serving 15-40 right now.
If you notice, it almost seems like Jim and Ron are going for bigger shots than they normally go for instead of placement.
Almost got it.
You could wonder if maybe some of those forehands that Chris cracked that person might have done something. Because it seems like after that,
They're being a little more careful at the net with those shots because Chris can go ahead and put the ball away with one of those forehands.
yeah, I think he just ran it right at the person.
That's a great volley. What's
It's a deuce.
Yes.
Sorry, guys, I had the score backwards. Guys and gals.
That's right. Many of our female friends are watching.
Yeah, I think it's time for us
Real-
to say to have them please
Yeah.
call the scores out loud. That's a great return
great
from,
shot from great return.
and we got the break.
And that is the first break of the match. Could the tides be turning?
So now it's for Bobby and Chris start for the second set.
And I believe Chris is serving, which would be
It should be
Ideal.
probably
yes.
Yeah.
the ideal position in the sense that, the more aggressive serve. But again, I mean, we've seen that Bobby's been holding serve, that kick serve that's been giving him
It's
trouble.
been very effective. Now Chris needs to just keep it together and just hold.
Yes, no nerves, no nerves.
And then once again, another match can be
And
decided by a tie break.
A reminder to our viewers that there is no tie break in this third set.
Oh, it's a full third set.
For the finals.
Oh, great.
Third set, if it does go to the third set.
Great hands from both all
Great
players.
hand.
Great
Pretty
hands.
point.
Overall, Krista has some good hands on the net too.
He really does. I think his game in that sense is overrated because his serve is so big. You always think, oh, big server. He has great hands.
Big server and big forehands.
He has big everything.
It's like, once again, lefty serve.
There it is, that lefty spin. There you go.
Crossing from Bobby.
Good coaching. Good coaching.
No! Reedy!
He went for a lot on that forehand down the line.
He had the shot though. He saw the guy moving away from the aisle and just maybe a little more spin on the ball. Could I have that point? So he's serving the Rio.
It's interesting how when you look at a lefty, everything looks backwards.
Coming from another
Coming
lefty.
from another lefty, it's weird. Now you understand why people.
Why we right-handed hate you all.
Yeah, why you hate us, because everything looks very strange.
Because as we right-hand likes to go to the other person backhand. No, that tends to be your forehand. There's that lefty serve again. And we go to a third set.
Ron is definitely having a big problem with that lefty serve.
But I think it has to do a lot with where he's standing in the court. He's literally right at the baseline. I'm thinking if maybe he can take a step or two back, he can maybe read the ball a little bit better.
So here we begin the third set again, which is a full third set.
That was a great serve right on the line. That was a great return from Chris.
He saw it coming. Saw it coming when he was.
That's another thing. He puts a lot of spin on his backhand too.
Yes. That was a bad miss from Ron.
Very close. Very
It'll
close.
be interesting. I don't know about you guys, but it seems to me as though Ron and Jim might be getting a
They're
bit
choking.
fatigued.
It looks
I
they're
wouldn't
choking
say
up a little bit.
choking, but they're getting a little fatigued. And Chris and Bobby look fresh to me. That's a
Great
shot.
put away
That's
from
a good
Bobby.
shot from Bobby.
And I can probably see where you're coming from because the team that they played, we played them in the first round, and it was a 3-set battle with the super tie break.
Yeah, I gotta say, I was looking at that semi in between our points, and the points in that semi-final were incredible. And that other team, they had very
They're
high
tough.
quality points.
They're very tough.
So they might be very, very tired at this point.
That's great hands from both players. Oh, look like some frustration is getting into.
Yeah, it is. We've seen them calm throughout the tournament, and it might be getting a little upset.
Well, after having a rather easy first set, losing the second one 6-4, that's gonna get into your head quite a bit.
Oh yes.
So this is now, this now has become a head game. If they can keep it together now, see what happens.
Oh yes, believe me, I know.
Yeah, we know you're a mental case when you're playing.
Especially when I play I was about to comment on the match.
Well, I've seen some of their points, and they're having some really good points over there.
I was also having good quality points. As you see, a very animated map. Well, I don't know. We're looking at a very animated Matt Lane making gestures right before his opponent's about to serve.
I'm seeing some of the points that Steve's been covering at the net, and he's been getting some really good points over there. Oh, that was a great get from Bobby.
That was a great get. Good wheels on Bobby. I'm not sure.
I mean, we can see from here since we have all the equipment. Great point from all players. Great point. I think Bobby should start moving maybe forward a little bit more.
You know, I think so too. I think that he does have good reflex volleys, so I don't see why he doesn't.
Because Chris is definitely doing a much better job at the end in this second and third set.
Chris is definitely the volleyer right now.
Serving, Bobby.
Actually, that clip.
Damn it!
Lob just a bit short.
You edit that.
So we are at.
It is so windy right now.
It is.
It's like Hurricane Gale's passing by. Our booth is about to fall on top of CC Esports. I hope you have insurance.
Plenty. Just don't want to use it.
Great down the line
Great
shot by
shot.
Bobby. Bringing that game from 5-4 to deuce.
That's a good effort.
Trying to consolidate that first break. That was a great get, but
No, his back here.
It's that
ball wasn't out. Alright, so another break point.
could have been a good shot. That's just out.
So we're back on serve 1-0.
Can't give it away. Can't give it away.
You know, this wing and everything else, some people's sleeves are going all over the place.
So our first final has been completed, and we see that Joe Amaral and Mario Oliveira have defeated Eric Bohr and Isidro Sanchez in a very close three-set match, 6-2, 3-6, 6-4. So congratulations to C Finals winners, Joe Amalar and Mario Oliveira. And great tournament for Isidro and Eric Bohr getting to the final. Congrats, guys.
Thank you there, Ron.
that was a close call, but it looks like that ball was out. It's a great hit from Chris. Strong backhand and strong forehand.
It's a great volley from Jim. Impressive. Trophies with this great Fling. Very, very nice. They've done a great job with the tournaments, with the trophies this year again.
I think whoever gets elected next year for
Big shoes to fill.
directors, it's going to have a tough job.
Big
to keep
shoes
up.
to fill. It's definitely dealing the good thing about the SFTC here as a group here in Fort Lauderdale is everybody's very united. So we definitely have a good thing going. Same thing with the board. Unfortunately, most of the board will be gone this year, including myself.
It's a great return from
Good
volley.
return.
Right at their feet.
On a serve and volley or right at the feet.
Mhm.
That's the technique.
I believe he's serving 40-30. Since they're not calling the score out loud, we're just guessing.
Yeah, it's interesting how after you get into a certain level, nobody calls scores.
Yeah, positive.
Yeah, that one was out.
A questionable call, but
So
it makes it a little bit harder up here on our end, especially when it gets close to those lines and you don't hear what they call out there. I try to stay as accurate as I can.
yeah,
but
it's definitely.
You've
yeah,
watched enough matches, Gustavo, on here that sometimes it's hard.
yes, indeed, he's been there, done that. And
Yeah, but it was out, so they break again. Interesting.
So
there
we
weren't
have
that many
three break-
breaks earlier. Now there's
3 back-to-back.
yeah, they're on break.
She's so clever.
I am so witty.
So now it's Chris time to start. See if he can once again try to consolidate that break and go up.
It's just out. Great serve from Chris again. It is just out. Sails out. Oh, when I just witnessed on one of the outside courts, a player hit an overhead and finished the overhead on his knee with a racket, so he is in a lot of pain. That is very, very painful.
Good eye from Bobby not touching that ball.
Oh, yeah,
Sending
but
it wide.
but if you notice, the wind's picking up again.
It is. Once again to their feet.
Great
So
ball.
they finally home.
His balls dip down, if you notice, especially on the forehand. It just literally just dips.
He does.
It's hard to pick
So
up.
once again, he has a lot of spin on both hands. Forehand and backhand. Now Jim under some pressure. He's trying to keep the game close. It's only one break, but still. And another great return from Bobby.
It definitely is looking right now. Besides, I mean, obviously Kristen and Bobby have picked up their game and they're playing smarter now. But Jim and Ron have definitely seems like they're starting to
running out
get
of gas.
yeah, they're running out of gas. Their gas tank's low right now.
And that ball's out. Once again, another close call. I would say if it wasn't for the win, that ball would have been in.
Yeah, definitely. It's a smart play.
That's a great return serve.
That's smart. When you just can't, you don't have any plan, it just pop it up. Yep. Great.
Good hands in there from Bobby.
Stay aggressive. Be aggressive. Be. That's a good aggressive return from Bobby.
Another chance to break. Then Bobby will serve for the match. And the trophy.
And the $1 million cash prize.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is not Stuttgart. There's no Porsche like last week for the winner.
Was just out once again.
Just out on that lob.
Great shot from
Good
Bobby.
shot. Low.
Keeping it down. A lot of top spin.
His balls were dipping again.
Once again, another break point. I think Jim is definitely feeling the pressure.
That lob is working so effectively right now. They've missed so many overheads, and I think, again, it has to do with fatigue. When
think
you're
right.
tired, you cannot reach for that. And, I mean, as fit as Jim and Ron are...
Had it
you
been
know,
the first set, he would have gotten to that.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
If this would have been the first set, absolutely. If this would have been yesterday, we might not be sitting here at this point. But all credit to Chris and Bobby. They did what they had to do, make them play. they knew they might be tired. They knew that,
And they put it together on the
you know,
second set. I mean,
and let's face it, age is a factor in
It
the
is.
heat, you know?
it always is.
And it's definitely worked.
Now we're gonna have Bobby Order serve for the match.
I think we're the last match of the day.
Yes, sir.
Everything else is finished. Been on court for about an hour and 15 minutes now.
All right, so Bobby's serving for the championship.
They have a very comfortable 5-2 lead.
That helps a ton. That helps
you
a
get a
ton.
little, you get a little nerve because you're still
Absolutely.
serving for the match, but having a comfortable 5-2 lead.
Yeah, and it also helps when, let's say,
If he comes to 5-4,
if he breaks, Chris can serve
Chris
it
can
out
serve it
again.
out, exactly.
And the way he's been serving.
I'm sure they're going to try to close it here at all costs just to avoid any more nerves to get into
Yeah.
the picture.
So love 30. A ball just out from Jim, and it is 533 points from the championship. That serve just wide. Sails just wide.
He's been a little more conservative with his serve in this game so far.
Fantastic.
And
Oh,
ball
another.
is still
That
wide.
is so unlike Jim. He does not miss those volleys at all. He's as solid as they come at the net, and I think it's again fatigue.
2 points away. 30
Oh, it's no pressure, no pressure. Oh yeah, that is a nervous second serve. I'm assuming Bobby wishes he were Serena Williams right now. You know how she pops those aces right when she has to. She just gets up there and says, "I think I'll serve 2 aces in this game." And just does 2. Second serve. Let's see.
Oh, Chris, watch that ball.
Oh, that again was a
That was
nervous.
ball.
That was a nerve.
But also too, though, Ron is
A
he's been
choke.
struggling
I
serving.
just had that because he was looking away.
Let's see what's gonna happen now. Looks like they asked him for some commercials over here.
Sorry, sorry, Charlie, not yet. Great hands. Great hands from Ron, because Jim had a volley to put away there, and
Very easy second serve. I think he should have just hit the ball and not do that slice.
With the way things are looking right now, it might come down to Chris, and Chris trying to serve this out.
That's a good serve.
Good serve.
40 love.
40 love.
Rummy having a little bit of a struggle holding serve in this set. But so far, he got it together and putting the pressure back on Bobby and Chris to serve it out.
Lots of great volleying from Chris, Jim, and Ron.
So still one break of serve. Alrighty, and we have more results. B finals.
B finals coming in. John Hardy and Javier Humphreys have defeated. I'm sorry. Let me read that again. A B final has come in. John Hardy and Junior Humphrey has defeated Kevin Sims and Josh Burney. I'm sorry, his handwriting is
the
awful.
handwriting is
Josh Burney, 3-6, 6-3, 6-4. Again, that is a B final. Congratulations to John Hardy and Junior Humphreys for their win. Many of you, I'm sure, know John Hardy. Very animated player on the court.
Yes,
off the
he
court.
is.
I'm sure the bar will be.
Especially with a few cocktails.
Actually, as I look at the bar, he's already there.
All right, so let's see if can Chris go ahead and pull this out. Serve the match out.
Second time. Wheels up.
Putting a lot of spins on those balls. Those are nerves. And the leg is going to go to a safe left to serve. Bobby putting the ball away. Great shot.
I definitely do think Ron is having some. Out of the two between Jim and Ron, I think Ron is. Shots.
You notice he's trying to move, trying to get it on a forehand, but that's not getting enough on it. Bobby pulling that ball away.
35. 2 points.
Once again, 2 points from the match.
There were 2 points before, I believe, correct?
Yeah. Once again, going to the comfort zone, left to serve. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Match point.
First match point of the day. That was the shot. That was the right shot to go for.
And then again, now Chris has the same left to serve to pull it out. It's been working so far, so let's see. He'll put a little more on it this time around to put the ball up. Take the match away.
As they say, put a little more stink.
Running Jim, saving too much points, back to deuce.
And the clock is Adam. No, it's out.
No, deuce.
Again, because he's a lefty.
You're just not paying attention.
No, I am.
Wow, that's a great shot from Chris. Getting a lot of stink on that overhead.
You know what that was really a lot of the lefties. right his
To the body,
That's
yes.
the problem.
All right, so third match point. Third time's the charm, maybe? Oh. I think actually Chris should put a little more on his serve for that. He's just spinning it in.
The thing is, maybe Chris should give us a different look at match point, maybe a volley. 'Cause he hasn't served in volley much, but I guess if it.
There he goes. There he goes with a flat out wide.
But if you have a big serve, who cares?
And let's see if he will do the same thing here.
Just go.
Fourth match point.
Wow. Right on
No
the
way.
line.
Yeah, he called it in.
He called it in. I know some players that would have called that out on match point. But that was
From a certain part of Central Florida.
Oh, no. That's not much.
No, overall, that was a gutsy shot for a match point. There you go, Bobby putting the
Good
ball away
aggressive ball.
with another chance to close the match.
Match point number
5.
5. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
There it is. Great win.
Game, set, match.
Great win. That's an
Bobby
up.
Otto, Chris Chappel.
That is an upset. Great win.
And it looks like so far all the finals have gone to third sets.
Every single final, yes. It's been a very equal field this year. So congratulations to all the winners so far.
So I want to thank everybody for joining us for this weekend's live web streaming coverage of Spring Fling 2015. That's going to wrap it up for us. We encourage you to visit the website at ccsportsnetwork.com to find out where we're headed next. Columbus Classic in Columbus, Ohio is our next tennis tournament, followed by 22nd Annual Cap Classic in Washington, D.C. Hopefully some basketball in October. And then we're going to try to get one more tennis match before the year is over. Somebody reached out to me from Atlanta. Atlanta is what, Labor Day?
Yes, Labor Day weekend. Great
So
event.
I just saw an email about Atlanta, so I'm going to shoot him an email and see if we can't head to Atlanta. I haven't been to Atlanta since 2012, so hopefully we can make it back. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys, as always,
Thank you.
for jumping on the mic.
And a Baba Booey.
We'll see you guys for the next broadcast. Thank you.